Hi guys, it's Hannah from Angel Wings. I want to speak at the interesting topic today, fear of participating in championships. I think if I would invite each one of you, you would say I am afraid to participate. Well, that's true. Every one of us is afraid to lose at the championship, to compete with strong competitors. What's the reason? The judges are not actually the reason of our fear, because they're the great people from all over the world that are ready to share the knowledge, that are ready to check your work and tell where the strongest side and where the weakest side of your work, and compare it not only with these competitors of the event, but compare it with the work of international championship attendants, because they know how do they look like in different countries and different regions, and they know what is the best work and what is the worst work. So you for sure will know what level is your work comparing to international level of quality. Well, we're definitely not, or we should not be afraid of competitors, because usually in the championships there are different experience groups, and in your group there will be people same experience as you. So if you are accurate, if you are perfect, if you know that you do a good job, then you will probably get a place. So there is also nothing to fear about. Maybe you don't want to lose any kind of prizes, but what I can say that on every championship there are a lot of sponsors and a lot of judges that will bring their own presents. They bring their own beautiful kits, even if you're just a contestant, and you will get a nice goodie bag at our event also. Sometimes the value of a goodie bag is much more that you paid for a ticket for a conference or participation in a championship. Then it's a real reason to participate, not to be afraid of, right? We can be afraid of things that can go wrong, that are not predictable and that you cannot be responsible for. For example, your flight is cancelled because of the weather, or your model is sick, or something else like that happen. Yeah, we cannot control that, but just take it into consideration that it might happen, and it's not a regular practice. That is something that unfortunately happened, and you can do nothing if it really happens. But don't think about it much, because the more you think, the more chances for it to happen. So just think that everything will be fine, you will just go to the event, your model will be in time, and you will do the best job. If you think that your glue won't perform best, take something extra, take another product, take few of the glue that will work in different conditions, or take a glue accelerator, and you will be protected from the most cases that can set you up. So what is actually the reason of being afraid? There are different reasons. In most cases it's because of lack of self-confidence. That's probably because you don't consider your work good. And what you can do if your work is not good enough even for you, you can make the quality better. You know, every championship has its own criteria. Ask for this criteria and just check your work as a regular judge. Because if you will allow stickies in your work, then judges will not. If you will allow some not even outer line, then judges will not. If you will allow not even distance between the eyelid and the lashes, then judges will not. So be the very strict judge for yourself, and you will be able to qualify your work, to make it better, and to see what can be the results in a real championship. And if you do it for yourself, you won't be so scared about what judges can see in your work, because you have seen it already. There are a lot of online championships where you can see the first, second, and the third places, the photos, analyze them, and try to make the same. What else can make you feel more confident? Of course, if you lack some knowledge, if you don't know how to do this or that, go to the training. It's the most common mistake. You don't go to the trainings and you don't get enough skills, you don't get enough information. Because if you have information, you're armed. If you don't have information, you're not able to perform the best way. So if you feel that you lack some information, that you lack some knowledge, go to the training and prepare. Just do and do and do every time. Just imagine that you're at the championship and you do your work right now, and you have time limits. Well, usually that time limits are very comfortable, like about 3-4 hours. 3 hours for classic and double volume, 4 hours for volumes and mega volumes. So take it into account that you need to do your best work in, for example, 3.5 hours, and another half hours you will spend for checking your work and just feel confident in what you do. When you practice in once again and once again and once again, you will be able to make it at the championship very easily. Find the reason why are you afraid to participate in a championship and solve it. But if you have a problem, if you have a reason but you don't know how to solve it, well, you can always text me. And also I'm glad to invite you to my event that will be 2nd and 3rd of May 2018 in Montreal, Canada. We also have Lash Art online, so if you're not able to come to Canada, you're welcome to participate online. There also will be pretty goodie bags. It's just only because you try. And it doesn't matter if you're junior, if you just started to make lashes for a few months, or if you're doing lashes for years, because we also have different experience categories. So you're welcome to compete. I hope I was useful. If you have any questions, you always can ask them at my Facebook group. If you want to raise your skills with my trainings, you're welcome as well. Thank you for your attention and for your time, and see you in the next videos.